Avengers! Assemble.
Welcome back to the channel. We're back with another Marvel Feature Fight video. It's the Pre-Avengers here, of course, as always. Today, we're back, and it's Saturday, so you know what that means. We're talking about the brand new Debuffs character list for Otherworld battles. So we did not do this last week due to the fact that the changes weren't that big. I think they only basically added in Thanos. The rest of the list stood the same, so I decided not to make a video on it. But this time around, I decided to make a video on it because I did find a couple people talking about it on the forums and on Discord, just mentioning a little bit, being a little frustrated, and I want to sort of talk about it and sort of showcase. Sorry, I can't talk. I want to showcase a little bit of what you guys have been talking about as well. There was, of course, no sneak peek last night. I was expecting it to drop as well. But if you didn't know, it's a holiday out in Korea, and the Marvel Future Fight devs are based in Korea, so they are not able to post the actual sneak peek. They will be posting tonight, most likely, just in case you were wondering, because I know a lot of people were like, oh no, the update's been canceled. No, there's no other sneak peek. No, it's fine. We're just delayed by one day, but it's still coming, so just stay tuned tonight at 11 o'clock Eastern. We should be getting the next sneak peek, and I'll have a video out on that a couple hours after, so stay tuned. Anyways, like I said, let's take a look at the new debuffs. So if you didn't know, every Saturday for leagues, I think it's Vibranium and above, there's a set amount of characters that are basically unusable because they are debuffed completely. Almost like a banning for Timeline Battle, except they're just debuffed, but it makes it really hard to use them. So this week's list is Wolverine, Jean, Spider-Man, Adam Warlock, Thanos, and Sentry. So they went ahead and added in Adam Warlock, Wolverine, and Sentry. They took Hulk off the list, and I believe Gore was on the list last week as well. So you can now actually use them, which is pretty nice. And I almost completely forgot about Hulk, I'm not going to lie, until I just saw him there. So it makes things interesting. Sorry, let me go ahead and turn on Do Not Disturb. It makes things a little interesting here because, as you can see, that still leaves Carnage. And that's what I want to talk about, because a lot of people have been talking about Carnage and that they're a little frustrated that he's not on the debuff list at all any week, and that he's sort of just kind of taking over Otherworld Battle. Now, look, here's the thing. There are so many meta PvP characters that there's always going to be one character that's going to stand out amongst them all. Even with them all banned, there's still going to be one character that's going to dominate the meta because you can only ban 6 characters. And there's about 7 or 8 there that are pretty meta. Obviously, as you can see, we're left with Carnage, Hulk, and Gore. So I still leave you with 3 others other than the 6 that are pretty powerful. And here's my sort of rebuttal to those people that are kind of complaining a little bit. And I will say that I sort of agree. One, I can see why people are frustrated, especially if you don't have Carnage built. He is a premium character, and you do need his artifact to be able to actually get that passive of when his HP drops. So one, it stays there, and he basically cannot die. It's that undead passive, if you didn't know. So I understand why some of you are frustrated that you don't have him, and you're kind of getting slapped around in Otherworld Battle a little bit. Even I struggle a little bit because I only have him at 70, and I don't have him tier 3'd. But my rebuttal to that is that we're actually seeing a lot of different sort of varieties in teams. We're seeing a lot of Blue Dragon teams, which is pretty interesting. So we're seeing some Doctor Doom. Of course, there's Carnage again, but we're now seeing Hela, which is nice. Of course, we're seeing Colossus. Didn't mean to click on that guy. Like I said, it's a lot of diversity. This is purely a Doctor Doom team right here, which is awesome to see because we haven't seen him in the meta in a while. We see Gore, of course, because he's a meta. We see another Blue Dragon team. Like I said, we haven't seen Blue Dragon in PvP in a little while, basically since she came out. So I think personally, we have a Black Widow team. That's interesting. I'm assuming a lot of you guys are going to switch to Black Widow for PvP now instead of PvE after we saw how terrible she is compared to the new speed types. We got some Cersei. There's a lot of diversity now, I feel, with this debuff list. But I do agree we should see Carnage on this list at some point because for basically the past month now. He has been the most dominant character because every other meta character has been taken out. But you can see that there are some Blue Dragons in here and some Doctor Doom teams that are doing really well. So I can tell you that there are other options. Obviously, Doctor Doom is not as nice for you free-to-play players at all, and neither is Blue Dragon. But it's still cool to see these other teams. Now, people like this who are just running all the same teams, you guys gotta pay attention to the debuff list, because I'll show you right now. These guys are really weak now with the debuffs. If you haven't seen it before, they're virtually useless because of how weak they are. They can't deal any damage. Look at that. Adam Warlock, absolutely one shot. Of course, this Gore is going to stay alive because he's not on the debuff list this week. But boom, Gene, one shot. Like, come on, guys. You got to adjust. I know it's Saturday and the list just came out, but the list didn't change up that much. It only changed by 2 characters. But it is still more significant than last week, so I still want to talk about it. But look at that. My Cersei and Gore take out a Tier 4 Carnage. So for those of you complaining, I think we'll see Carnage on the list soon enough. And I still like the diversity that we're getting. And I know it's not too many people that are complaining, but I did just see some people talk about it on the forums and on Discord, so I wanted to mention it. But it does look like he's still, like I said, still going to be dominant, but not that dominant as you just saw. We can still beat him pretty easily. So Sentry's a bummer because I know a lot of people have built Sentry in the past. So it's a bummer to see him on the debuff list, but you got to switch him out immediately. He's not doing much. See, we're even seeing a Mephisto here, which is interesting. Let's see. Ooh, the Mephisto wipes Cersei out, but I think we're still going to come out with a dub, maybe. Adam Warlock's still alive somehow. There goes Black Widow. There we go. We take out Mephisto and Adam, and now we just have both their last lives to take out. And there, oh, we died. I didn't add Hulk back in. Oh, that's a problem. That's probably why I'm losing. But yeah, so make sure to adjust your teams. Like I said, I think the best team is still going to be centered around Carnage, but I think you want to throw in Hulk and Gore in there to help you out, because I still think they're very valuable characters. Obviously not as dominant as Carnage is going to be, but still good. Obviously, we saw them take out Carnage all by themselves. So yeah, I still think there's room for many different characters to be in the meta. I'm surprised if I won't be surprised if we run into a Luke Cage team. Would be interesting. So we got Green Goblin, Mephisto, and Ancient One. See, I just kind of like this where you get to see different characters. And not even everyone is running Carnage either way. I'm sure in a week, or not in a week, but in the next couple of days or so, we'll see Carnage everywhere once everyone realizes that it's Carnage week again. But like I said, you can kill him. He's not unbeatable. Not like Gene and Adam is, where you can literally only kill them with themselves. So I think we'll be fine. But that's pretty much the whole changes for this week. Like I said, I didn't do one last week because it was even smaller changes than this. They seem to be just kind of sticking to the main meta characters and just keeping them banned. I think they really hurt us when we said that we wanted this game mode to be different, to where it wasn't just all the super expensive characters like Gene, like Adam Warlock, just dominating everything. So I do think they did a good job there, like I said. But like I said, I do side with you guys a little bit. I would like to see Carnage off the list next week, hopefully. But it's still interesting to see that we're getting all these mixed up teams. We even got Silver Surfer in here, which is crazy. We haven't seen him in PvP in a while either. A lot of diversity, which I love to see. And we apparently cannot win a single match, which is unfortunate. We're going to do one more here, and then that'll basically wrap it up. Like I said, I think Carnage is the best team, but I do think Blue Dragon can work really well as long as you have Sunbird in his brand new uniform, because he actually gives her second life. Without her second life, she's not as good, but with it, she's pretty sweet. So if you have her built, might not be a bad idea to use her as well, especially if you have her built for PvP. That'll make her a powerhouse in this game mode, and it'll be very fun to use her for you. Obviously, that's not my case, so we're not going to be using her. But yeah, this guy's just running all the characters that are on the ban list, so it's an easy dub. So yeah, you can also go in, and on Saturdays, you can basically just scam free points, because a lot of people haven't updated their teams. So you can just get free points like this fight right here, where half the characters on their team are debuffed, so you can just go in and wipe them out. So yeah, that's actually it's a good strategy if you're trying to climb up higher, if you're not already in Challenger, Vibranium, and whatnot. Well, actually, if you're in Challenger Vibranium, you're trying to climb higher. Because obviously, if you didn't know, the debuff list only applies to Vibranium League and above. So yeah, But yeah, that'll do it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, we're going to do these every Saturday as long as the debuff list is actually a big change. So yeah, this week, just to reiterate one more time, we got Wolverine, Jean, Spider-Man, Adam Warlock, Thanos, and Sentry. So if any of those characters are on your team for Otherworld Battle, make sure to remove them and replace them with the next best thing that you got up in store. But yeah, that'll do it for today's video, guys. As I said before, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back again for the sneak peek, and then we're just going to pump out a bunch of videos after that. I wanted to wait till the sneak peeks were done before I just let out a bunch of videos that I've been waiting to post for you guys. So yeah, that'll do it. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.